Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to reviews and recaps. Let's get into today's video. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my last video, but if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Now, let's talk about what this is about. So, I don't know if you guys remember the person that told Melody for every demon 5 blessings, right? So this same woman has gone on live now to tell people what she thinks the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville will be. She's sharing some secrets. She's sharing some crazy things, including insinuating that the star of the show is going to leave. Now, I've been feeling like that for some time now, but it was interesting to hear that. Also, she alluded to the fact that Melody is going to be betrayed, and also someone will be trying to bring someone on the show. I think she's referring to Arionne, and I think she's saying that Carlos is going to bring her on the show. So anyways, you guys, I've attached the live video. You guys have a listen to it and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
That in my stories. Let me make sure my Bluetooth is working. Y'all don't have me in here singing no old Negro spirituals, honey. Okay? Listen, let me tell you something about me. I listen to a little bit of finesse 2 times. I listen to gospel. I listen to a little bit of everything, okay? So what we're going to get into today, this is going to be a live prophecy. It's going to be pertaining to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I have been a consultant, religious, spiritual consultant, business consultant, personal consultant, strategist on all of those things for a couple of the people on there. Okay. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going on. First of all, there's going to be someone that injures their leg. It's going to be a male on there that's going to have a, a pretty bad leg injury. Not saying that, that's going to stop them from being on the show, but it will be a leg injury. Someone is going to be going to court based on, and guys, I want you to understand that my prophecies are past, present, and future. Sometimes people have an idea of when things are supposed to happen. Time is timeless. Okay? So, take out of your mind an idea of when these things are supposed to happen in your mind. And just know that they will happen. They will manifest. So, like I was saying, there's going to be a male on the show that has a leg injury, and they may end up having to have surgery. There are going to be upcoming conversations pertaining to finances and money with people on the show. They're going to be like, if they're going to renew or they're going to be moving forward in any other financial pursuits pertaining to the show, it's going to be a situation where they are going to really be holding the money from them or playing hardball with them about what they can and cannot do moving forward. So again, like I was telling people that do blogs and people that are commentating on the show, please do not, get in the habit now of retraining your algorithm, because I do strongly feel like they're going to be stopping them from having certain relationships with YouTubers, bloggers, things like that. So I want to say around mid-July, and also going into October, is going to be a whole lot of changes that are going to be taking place. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's going to be conversation about Destiny coming back to the show. There's going to be conversation about her coming back to the show. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her sooner than later. They definitely want to develop the show from a financial perspective, because they're going to be saying that they're having some financial issues or financial problems. You guys definitely will be hearing about the possibility of lawsuits pertaining to the cast and how they feel like they are being portrayed by the network or by the show. And that's going to be of conversation. I'm not going to give away everything, but I'm going to give away some things today, okay? Because we have to have more conversations. Now, honestly, there's a lot of stress around the cast because they're being pressured to bring a lot more, whether they felt like they brought more to the show when it comes to their personal life, arguments, disagreements. The pressure is on when it comes to them being in a position where they have to really bring it. A lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments, and a lot of revelation is going to be taking place. Now, there is a female that is in charge, and there is going to be a new dynamic when it comes to one of the main cast members. And something is going to be coming back towards this person pertaining to their love life. So there is going to be some sort of betrayal from the network to one of the main cast members pertaining to love situations, them possibly bringing somebody on the show that they promised that wouldn't be on the show, or them bringing somebody onto the cast that they promised wouldn't be on the show in a roundabout way. I also feel like they're going to tell this person that their storyline is not evolving. And because their storyline is not evolving and we're not seeing them really put themselves in a position to show who it is that they're in a relationship with, then it's going to be a lot of stress. And then we have to ask ourselves, how many of these relationships are really real that people speak about on social media? Because some people are not really having authentic, genuine relationships. They are playing with the viewership and making people think that they have positive relationships, and that is not the case. However, there will be a betrayal. And there's going to be a lot of communication that's going to be taking place between August and September pertaining to this person that they want to bring on, or they want to bring on to the show, or start segueing them into the show. And if they don't have them on the show, there's going to be some sort of spinoff or an extension of the show. This is going to be a flat out betrayal that the viewership are going to be looking at, and they may not necessarily like that, but they are going to watch with their hand over their eye. You know how when you have your hand over your eye and then you look out the corner of your hand, your mom used to be like, don't look at that, turn that off, but then you're still looking at it, right? So it will be something that people are going to be interested in seeing, but it's going to be considered outrage marketing. Okay. So this person right now is making a decision in whether they want to be a part of the show, or they want to be a part of the network, because another male cast member is definitely having conversations and meetings and really softening up to the idea of doing things a different way. So there will be a new beginning in the show. And I do believe, again, the month of July is going to be very important. So pay attention to the cast members. But the show still doesn't hold the same value that it once held. There's going to be a new beginning. There has to be a new beginning, but it doesn't still hold the value. It has depreciated with value, right? So with that being said, that's going to give them more room to barter and to try to make fetch happen, right? Ooh, child. So whoever you would consider the star of the show, this person definitely they're going to try to make it seem like this person is they're not valuable anymore to the show. So whoever you consider the star of the show. And they are going to be making a lot of changes. And we're going to start seeing that. Because, you know, when stuff happens during the reunion, and, you know, when people are talking and there's an uproar in between the end of the show and the reunion, you're going to start to see less of whoever you would consider the star of the show. Now, this person, this woman that they're trying to build a life around, a storyline around, build something around, and there's some independent filming that's happening. And make no mistake about it, the other women in this male's life, they feel like, okay, instead of me trying to beat them, let me go ahead and join them. Let all of us find a way to get a coin. Let all of us find a way to make some money out of this situation. Let's just not let this situation go because of ego, you know? So it's really giving polyamorous. It's really giving polyamorous. Listen, friend. It's giving polyamorous. It's like, okay, can't beat them, join them, right? And this new beginning has already taken place and it's already happened. So as far as the financial aspect of this situation, this male is going to, for sure, pimp theirself out. And they're going to make it seem like they haven't found the one that they're looking for. So let me go ahead and play this game, you know, and make it seem like I haven't found the one that I'm looking for, but I'm trying to, you know, co-parent, be cordial while I'm trying to look for the person that I'm supposed to be with. But then they may also blame the lack of co-parenting on why they may not necessarily, that's what their storyline is going to be, the lack of co-parenting. And right now, what they're saying to the network, they're saying, listen, I'm ready to go in a new direction. And there's someone that's stopping them from doing so. This person wants more clarity pertaining to their logic, okay? There is going to be more issues pertaining to the star of the show and the child's father. But I definitely feel like one of them are going to walk away. For sure. One of them are no longer going to be in this situation because going into the reunion, there's going to be a change in perspective, a change in how things are being done, and it's going to be like it's not even worth the power struggle. And this has everything to do with love situations, and where both of their love lives are going. I think that the male star of the show, I feel like the male star of the show is going to try to barter something in this situation. Like, it's just going to be a tug of war. And they're going to say, okay, listen, I want to be able to try to talk to, date, and have multiple storylines with multiple women. And there's somebody here who's not going to be open to that. However, there will be some sort of celebration for a female that's around the male star of the show. Even though there's going to be a lot of discord and arguments, it will have everything to do with this man reaching a higher level of financial abundance. So this person is willing to sell their soul, their life story, and have arguments for them to make money. This person has a lot of emotional issues and a lot of emotional problems. And they are going to be very, they're going to be feeling suicidal, and they may say that, they may be in victimhood. And they may say things about them being suicidal, or they need to talk to someone. They're going through a lot emotionally, stuff like that. But they're going to try to hold on to this situation while they're moving on. I do really feel like in the next 6 months, this man is going to really go into hiding as they are working on their achievements, and there are for sure going to be court matters and court issues. There's going to be 3 women associated with these court matters and court issues, and this man is going to move forward. They are going to balance out these 3 women. He is going to balance out these 3 women in his life, and he's going to make a decision about one of them. But then he's going to go back on his decision. And as far as the show, I do feel like him trying to build his home and put his home in a space where he's building it is going to be a part of his storyline. And that's how he will also try to segue one or multiple other women into his storyline. Everything is riding on the building of this house. And whether his house is going to be in a space or a place to be able to use that for his storyline. So that's what he is. That's what he's focused on. But see, he's trying to do some research, and he's trying to get an analysis of some things pertaining to his home. His home is going to be used in the perspective of business. I don't honestly feel like this is a home that he's thinking of living in. This is like an investment or an investment property. And he is thinking about how he can make money off of the children pertaining to this situation as well. There's going to be an opportunity for him to do that. But in his heart of hearts, he does want to protect them. But he wants to also be in control in how they are portrayed as well. There's going to be court matters, like I said, court issues within the next 2 months. And at the end of the day, this judge or this person in the court is going to try to definitely get his attention. He may be running from service or running from court matters and court issues, because he'll be trying to move forward. There's a lot of things that he's trying to manifest for himself. And then we have the other cast member that has been married to his wife the longest. He's trying to accomplish some things, but he's not being 100% genuine. And if anybody wanted to know if there was someone else in the picture with him, yes, there is someone else in the picture with him. There is somebody else that he has been dealing with, that he runs to, but he's not able to spend a lot of time with. The people that were married the longest on the cast, they will be getting divorced. There will be a filing of divorce. And we're going to see a lot of emotions pertaining to that if it is renewed next season. Like, it's going to be totally different storylines. And that's why, again, I really strongly caution YouTubers to really start changing their algorithm now. Because these contracts and these things that I'm seeing, they're not going to be able to really interview with you guys. They're going to really start cracking down. But the person here that I see that has been married the longest does have someone on the side, has been seeing other people, and they have a pursuit of finances at a distance. So I feel like they have had a conversation and they have an understanding. Don't disrespect me or don't embarrass me in public. But yes, we need to figure out the next chapter of our lives and what we're going to be doing and how that looks. And that's for sure. Okay? Now, things are going to come to a close in that situation. You guys will be hearing about that within the next 8 months. There's going to be something that's going to take place around both of their birthdays. I'm assuming that, I think that both of them have birthdays at the end of the year, but there's something that's going to be taking place in about 8 months or so. Now, they're going to want the star of the show to cooperate, and I don't really see her cooperating. I see that they are going to want more from her, but they're going to feel like things are moving a little bit too slow. They're going to want this situation to go back to the beginning. And when I say the beginning, before things got toxic. But they're not going to be able to recreate this. And to be honest with you, the star of the show is not going to be able to recreate this. And that's been an ongoing issue, is that you can never recreate a fingerprint. Every single last one of us has different fingerprints. Nothing that we do is ever going to be duplicate. Even if you print out a brand new duplicate of a photo, it's going to have imperfections. And the issue is that the stars of the show are really trying to recreate what it is that they had. And it's giving very much competition. Is giving very much competition here. So I do feel like the star of the show is going to feel like I need to just go. The male star of the show, he's going to feel like he needs to restore some things. Now, there's going to be some major lawsuits that are going to be taking place. Major lawsuits. So keep your eyes on the court building, court system, especially if you're a blogger. This is financial. This is financial court battles. And this is also the same ongoing battle that we've been witnessing as well. Now, there is going to be a resurrection of a situation here, but it's going to be in secret. I do feel like the network is working with the couple that has been married the longest so that they can resurrect what they lost. And that's why we're seeing more of their family dynamic, lessons pertaining to their family, because there is some sort of incentive here for them to grow. They're telling them to be calm, be chill, and be still. However, there's going to be heartbreak in the situation with the couple that has been married the longest. And this has everything to do with their own separate opportunities, because they've already washed each other out. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to pretend like you're building. There is nothing else. So the only thing that would be of any interest is, are you cheating? Are we staying together? Or are we going our separate ways? And I do see that happening. Okay? They definitely are going to try to get some things balanced before they decide what it is that they're doing, but they are not going to stay together. Now there's also, and this has everything to do with a clear, there's no doubt about this person being seduced. And I'm talking about the couple that have been married the longest. And the male star of the show, he is definitely in bliss right now. He's enjoying life. He's smoking, drinking, partying, about to start traveling. And he just is in a place right now where he's just enjoying life. However, a few people on the show are going to be coming at production. And they want to be silent about this situation. A lot of people have been silent, but there is people in production that definitely are going to be in trouble, or are going to be in a situation where people are going to turn on them, because people are starting to get upset about their perception, how they're being perceived. The female star of the show, she's going to go into hiding. It's going to seem like the male star of the show, he's having a whole lot of miracles happening in his life. Now, the network and the people above them are definitely saying, listen, we could give you this. Listen, we could do this for you. Listen, this is what we're offering to you. But in return, this is what we want back from you. And it's not going to be as nice as it used to be. It's a whole lot of choices that they're going to have to make. And they're going to lose a lot of their identity because they're going to start tightening up on them pertaining to what it is that they can and cannot do. They'll only be seen when they're seen, heard when they're heard. The goal is to uplift the network and not really go and pursue your own personal interests. Either you want to, it's just like corporate America. At the end of the day, are you working towards what it is that we're trying to build? Or are you going to be an entrepreneur? There's no in between. That's really the idea. So the female star of the show is going to go into solitude. At the end of the day, the male star of the show, this person here, they're going to be celebrating something because they're going to feel like they finally won something or got to reveal a truth. The show that we're watching now is not going to be the same show that you're going to be watching next season if it is renewed. It's going to be full-fledged chaos that's going to be taking place before any and all of those things happen. The producer, the main producer of the show is casting new people now for shows and even this particular show. Because they're feeling like things are very much unbalanced. And there's going to be a situation where 2 to 3 people here are going to be facing karma. And they're going to try to go to other shows or other situations, but it wouldn't make any sense to do that because you're still going to be of subject matter. The head producer of the show, he wants everybody to pay attention. He may be talking about children, having children, family, and it's going to be a full-fledged competition between him and the head producer. Is going to be a full-fledged issue that's going to be coming out, and it's going to be made public between him and the star of the show, the female star of the show. Now, the male star of the show here is going to be out in nature and doing things pertaining to nature and really trying to show a totally different perspective of themselves pertaining to nature and being outside. There is somebody here who has a drug scandal that's going to be coming out. And that's going to be happening going into between the winter time and April. And the female who had health issues on the show, they're going to have some more health issues. And I feel like that's going to be the majority of their storyline again. So if you didn't listen to this whole video, I'm going to end this video now. We're going to talk more about this later on in the future. And I'm going to break down each one of the cast members. And you guys can decide which one I'm talking about. But you can go back and listen to this video from the beginning to the end and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me who you think I'm talking about. Okay? Bye, y'all. Talk to you later.